Why don't trust falls work in relationships? Because it's always the person you trust the most that drops you. Welcome to another episode of The Ultimate Man. Save this video so you can share the joke with your side chick, or just like the video instead. Now my friends, we're about to embark on a journey into the realm of what ifs. Today's topic is a bit of a hot potato, a little naughty, a little spicy, but hey, we're all adults here, aren't we? Let's talk about how one might hypothetically have a side chick without getting caught. Now, keep in mind this is purely hypothetical. We're not endorsing dishonesty or deceit here at The Ultimate Man. You see, we firmly believe in the sanctity of relationships and the importance of honesty and transparency. In fact, we would go as far as to say that the foundation of any relationship is trust and mutual respect. So before we venture any further, let's make it clear that the best policy in any relationship is honesty. No side chicks, no secrets, no lies. But for the sake of argument, let's put on our hypothetical hats and consider a scenario where someone, not you of course, was to have a side chick. How would they go about it without getting caught? It's a precarious situation, like walking a tightrope. One false move and it's game over. We all love a good mystery, don't we? It's the thrill of the unknown, the allure of the forbidden. And what's more mysterious and forbidden than a secret relationship? It's like a game of cat and mouse, a high-stakes poker game where every move counts. But remember, in this game, the house always wins. So here we are at the edge of the rabbit hole, about to dive into the world of hypotheticals. Strap in, my friends, because it's going to be a wild ride. We're going to explore the art of misdirection, the invisible woman, the juggling act, the great wall, and the exit strategy. But before we get carried away, let's take a moment to remind ourselves that this is all in good fun. Remember, honesty is the best policy. Now let's dive into the world of hypotheticals and explore this rather risque topic. Welcome, and thank you for tuning into our channel where we teach you only the best and proven strategies and tricks to get the woman of your dreams, or as many as you want. If you've ever fantasized about being James Bond, here's your chance. Remember, this is all hypothetical. You know, Bond always had a way with the ladies, and the best part was, they never seemed to overlap. How did he do it? Well, the secret is less about being a suave secret agent and more about managing a, let's say, complex social life. And when we're talking about a side chick, it's all about maintaining a low-profile persona for her. But what does that mean? Imagine if the invisible woman from the Fantastic Four decided to date. She wouldn't want her superhero activities popping up on social media, would she? Of course not. She'd want to keep her public and private lives separate. So consider your side chick as your own invisible woman. The key is to keep your interactions with her as private as possible. But hold on, I'm not saying you should treat her like a secret. No, she's a person, not a mission. It's more about being discreet and tactful. Social media, for instance, is a double-edged sword. It can be a platform for sharing love-dovey moments, but it can also be a minefield. A single tag or comment could spark a wildfire, so keep your online interactions to a minimum. If you absolutely must, use a separate account and for goodness sake keep the privacy settings tight. Another crucial aspect is choosing where you hang out. Avoid frequented public places where there's a chance you might bump into someone you know. Opt for less crowded, out-of-the-way spots. A cozy restaurant on the outskirts of town perhaps? Or a hidden gem of a cafe that only a few people know about. And remember, the goal is not to lead a double life, but to respect the privacy of both parties involved. So keep it low, fellas. Low profile, low risk. Remember, we're just playing Bond here. Juggling is an art, whether it's balls or, well, relationships. Again, we don't endorse this behavior, but let's explore further. Imagine you're a circus performer skillfully keeping multiple objects in the air. Now swap those objects for relationships. Scary thought, isn't it? But here's the thing. The same principles apply. It's all about timing, rhythm, and yes, a bit of sleight of hand. Let's talk about time management. It's not just for your 9 to 5, gentlemen. It's the key to keeping your love life from turning into a soap opera. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting you start color-coding your calendar or setting alarms for your romantic rendezvous, but maintaining a consistent routine can work wonders. Think about it. If you've always been an early riser, hitting the gym before work, who's going to suspect a thing when you keep doing just that? Only difference is, you might be hitting the gym with a lovely lady friend instead of pumping iron solo. And don't forget about the convenience of technology. All those apps on your phone aren't just for scrolling through social media or ordering takeout. They can help you stay organized, keep track of your commitments, and ensure you're always where you're supposed to be. But remember, gents, the key to successful juggling is to never let them see you sweat. Staying cool, calm, and collected is essential. If you're constantly checking your watch or your phone, you're going to raise some eyebrows. So keep it casual, keep it cool, and keep it consistent. And above all, remember that honesty is the best policy. We're just having a bit of fun here, but in the real world, it's always best to be upfront about your intentions. After all, juggling can be fun, but dropping the ball can lead to some serious consequences. Time management, gentlemen, it's not just for your work life. Ever heard of the Great Wall of China? Well, you're gonna need your own version of it. Now, I'm not suggesting you start laying bricks in your backyard. I'm talking about a metaphorical wall here. A solid divide between your main squeeze and your side dish. Why is this important? Well, think about it. The Great Wall of China was built to keep out invaders, protecting the empire within. Similarly, you need to safeguard your relationships, keeping intruders at bay. Intruders, in this case, being any chance of these two worlds colliding. It's like the famous saying, never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. To build this metaphorical wall, you need to start with the basics. Keep your main relationship and your side relationship separate. And no, I don't mean separate bedrooms separate, I mean separate lives separate. In practice, this means no mixing of friend circles. Your main lady's friends should never meet your side chick's friends. If your main girl's best friend is dating your side chick's brother, you're in for a world of trouble. So keep those social circles as separate as oil and water. Next, consider your communication methods. It's 2024, gentlemen. We have more ways to communicate than ever before. Use this to your advantage. Maybe you text your main girl, but you use Snapchat for your side chick. This way, there's no chance of sending the wrong message to the wrong person. It's like having different languages for different relationships. But remember, gentlemen, discretion is key. You're not creating a wall to hide behind, but rather a buffer to protect both relationships. It's about respect, not deceit. After all, we're not barbarians here, we're just multitasking. To sum it up, think of yourself as an emperor, and your relationships as your empire. To protect your empire, you need a wall, a great wall, a wall that keeps everything in its rightful place and ensures harmony within your kingdom. Separate but equal, gentlemen, that's the key. All good things must come to an end, and so must your hypothetical side relationship. Let's talk exit strategies. Picture this. You've had your fun, but now it's time to pull the plug. How do you do it without causing a scene or leaving a trail of broken hearts? First things first, ending things smoothly is an art. It requires tact, honesty, and a good dose of courage. You see, the key to a smooth exit is to avoid the blame game. No one wants to hear that they were just a side dish in your romantic buffet. Instead, be honest about why it can't continue. Perhaps you've realized that juggling more than one relationship is more work than it's worth. Or maybe you've had a change of heart. Whatever your reason, make sure it's genuine. Remember, honesty is always the best policy, even when you're hypothetically dealing with a side chick. Now, you may be tempted to ghost or slowly fade away, but let's be real, that's a coward's way out. Instead, have a face-to-face conversation. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it shows respect and maturity. And who knows, you might earn some brownie points for manning up. As you navigate this hypothetical breakup, remember to keep your cool. Emotions may run high, and there might be some tears or raised voices, but it's important to stay calm and collected. Let her express her feelings and listen attentively. Apologize if necessary, but don't make promises you can't keep just to ease the tension. Finally, after the dust has settled, give her some space. Don't try to maintain a friendship right away. It's important to let things cool down before you can consider being friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Remember, gentlemen, this was all hypothetical. The ultimate man promotes honesty, respect, and integrity in all relationships. So let's stick to one woman and make her feel like the queen she is. Watch this next video.